Understandable choice. This is the first round after all, and we do know her full potential in Red Church. She could be very dangerous, and these survivors need to be very careful with how they transition and scale the map. So now here we are, Grizzly, at the Red Church with the sculptor spawning at the red carpet, already making her way towards the graveyard area in search of her first target, and rightfully so. Here is the first one, Zero, who is playing the patient. Yes, here he is, and now it's the patient's time to shine once more. I wonder how this is going to play out, Grizzly.
Definitely a good find right here on the patient. He can utilize his hook to get a little bit more distance, to get away from the statues, but at the same time there are a lot of narrow paths right here, and we can see he's taking the first hit, trying to get away and trying to establish more distance, but the statues are always coming in, the statues are pressuring, and if we refer to all the games that we have seen so far, the sculptors, there we go, another hit. The sculptors statues, when they are precise, you are immediately in a tough situation. Nice portal right here. Oh, destroying the portal, really allowing the patient to get away, to break line of sight, and really helping the survivor team to actually keep up the kite and keep up the decoding.
Actually, that was a really good decision on the part of the patient, and also good coordination on the part of the priestess installing those portals right there, because now the sculptor has lost sight of the patient and might need to transition once more to a new target.
Fantastic job right here. Found the seer right away, which is a really good find, because you can just cancel out that seer's out with your statues. So going for the seer is definitely the right way to go right here, but you already pointed out, fantastic play on Eden's side right here with that portal, and with not going back, Nidhi expecting the patient to actually come back through that portal. Nidhi destroyed the portal, and therefore we are now seeing a little bit of a, you know, a really good play on Eden's side. Now the seer is the one who needs to keep up that kite, and he does a really good job doing so. He still has his owl left, and he is really buying a lot of time for his team.
That's right, and now here they are at the back gate area. Well, really, as a seer, you really need to be careful with how you... oh my goodness, takes that statue hit and regular hit, and now transitioning towards that window area over there. Wonder if he can make that vault, if he will. Oh, there it is. And that will give him some time to transition a bit into the graveyard. But then again, Nidhi just staying on top of it. Eyes on the prize there, aiming those statues and going for that hit. Just one more chip damage away from downing this really nimble seer right here.
Want to say fantastic job from Nidhi right here. Not only connecting that one statue and also giving an immediate hit on the seer, but also continuing to chase it. But seer doing a fantastic job right here. Buying more time, goes down to that statue. Now we have the first survivor on the chair. That was a fantastic play from both sides, but Nidhi is having a little bit of a tough situation right now, because the survivors were already able to decode 3 cipher machines. We have the priestess with that global portal setting up a really good escape route right now for the seer when they are going to rescue the seer of the chair. We can see that we have Sam coming in for the rescue right now. Sam playing as Mercenary, the character that wants to come in and tries to avoid, is actually immediately rescuing. Seer is taking that last effort, but again, look at the cipher machines. 1 cipher machine remaining. I'm curious to see how far that progress on the cipher machine is, but either way, the rescue was, as far as I know, before halfway, and that is definitely buying more time for the survivor side. Seer can get on the chair yet again, and that will definitely be a tough situation for Nidhi.
That's right. But look, on the bright side, they've already located the dungeon, so he's probably coordinated that already with his teammates. And then this cipher is really hot right now. All it's gonna take is just one more rescue before they are able to pop that last cipher and go for the gate. Will they make it? Look, they're going for a double save.
As the job patient is taking that hit, cipher machine is now primed. We can see they are trying to create distance between the hunter and themselves. The cipher machine immediately popped since Nidhi was trying to get that pallet down, and now we can see Websy's just trying to get away from both gates, luring Niddy away from both gates, allowing the rest of the team to just focus on decoding. We also have the global portal that is basically giving them the chance to go from one end of the map to another, and in general, Websy doing such a good job, but saving up that Sears Owl for the late game fight. The dungeon is right here, the exit gate is open, we can see one survivor's already out. We need the Mercenary to get out as soon as possible. Mercenary now, Seer now having the chance to get to the dungeon, but detention is activated. There's not an owl that can protect the Seer from taking damage. Oh!
Is he gonna make it? Really... Is he gonna make it? Oh my goodness, that was so close. He was so close to getting that dungeon escape, but still a really good start.
Lineup, we have the very meta characters. We have Mercenary, we have Mechanic, but we also have a Postman who can accelerate the decoding speed, who can help other survivors to kite, and we also have the Entomologist who can be extremely strong, especially when we look at the Red Church building. And we are starting into this match. Bacon already on the hunt for the survivors, is finding or is trying to find the first survivor. Great rotation of the Postman, getting out of this area, buying so much more time. Now we have Bacon right here. Tinnitus is activated because of the Mercenary. Mercenary, not the worst find. Yes, he has his elbow pads, but if you have to commit to a survivor, Mercenary can still go down with the help of the statues. You don't necessarily have to wait out after that hit. Oh, but as I said, elbow pads definitely dangerous.
That's right, a nice use of elbow pads just there. And I'm pretty sure Bacon's plan of action right here is to just, you know, let him exhaust his resources early in the game just so he can get rid of those pads and secure a double hit when the Mercenary does rescue. But now I think he is transitioning towards the shack. Grizzly, am I seeing this correctly?
Yes, this is going to be very, very good right now because Mechanic was found, and Mechanic is going to be the target that you want to concentrate on the most. As I mentioned, yes, Mercenary might be a find that you can pursue, but there are obviously better survivors. For example, Mechanic going down. Mechanic going down means main decoder going down. Main decoder going down means you have more time to actually harass the rest of the team, because this is slowing down the entire team progress. As far as I can tell, the robot was placed. The robot is still on the map, which definitely helps out the team right here. But we can also see the placement of the survivor. Mechanic was placed right there, so the hunter could actually chase away the Postman from the not from the rocket chair, from the Cypher machine, and again slow down the decoding progress. The more you slow down the decoding progress as Hunter, the better for you, because the longer time you have to actually chase down and bring down these survivors. Mercenary coming a little bit surprisingly in for the rescue right here of Bacon, and was able to take that hit too.
Okay, so now it's gonna be the job of the Mechanic to try to buy as much time, but takes that hit already. It looks like Bacon is on a mission here. Mercenary luckily didn't get that double hit and still will be able to keep on decoding, but it looks like Bacon is aware of that and is going to cheer the Mechanic once more.
That is a really, really good play. Mechanic is on the chair, but Mechanic is on the chair for the second time, and she was rescued just in time. So that is definitely buying more time, especially for the Mechanic's robot to even decode more. And right now we have the first Cypher machine. We might... Oh, you're right. Yeah, Mercenary was taking these hits. You're right. I actually didn't see it. Fantastic job so far from the statues right here, and this might be...
Oh my god.
You just want to focus. You want to focus on the Mechanic.
Double down right there. Really good stuff from Bacon here, and looking really good as well, because these are only one Cypher that has already been decoded. 4 Cyphers remaining, already 3, but look at this Mercenary already down, and that'll leave the decoders with 3 more Cyphers left to decode. And we aren't seeing the progress on this, but if my sense is serving me correctly, at least one would be past 50 at this point. So now the pressure is going to be on the survivors to get this decoding going. Well, the Mercenary is a very resilient character and has a longer chair time, so they can capitalize on that. But then again, Bacon is on top of it, has his eyes on the graveyard. Looks like he's really putting some pressure on these ciphers here. And now here is the entomologist. Probably gonna try to go for the rescue here. Look at her use of bees right there. Oh, a teleport to the chair. Really good decision on the part of Bacon here. And things are getting really intense. And with just 2 ciphers remaining, will they be able to rescue this mercenary?
Not only denied the rescue before halfway, but also was bringing down that entomologist. We now have the postman right here, but that also means nobody is decoding, which is fantastic for Garden of Eden right here. And this, fantastic hits! All these statues coming in with the combination of a normal hit is bringing down that postman right away. Now concentrating on the entomologist. Doesn't want the entomologist to get up again and actually picks up the entomologist in time. So that might be a shared entomologist after that, concentrating on the postman. This is giving the postman an opportunity to heal up and potentially get up and find the dungeon, but at the same time, there won't be enough time to heal up. There won't be enough time to get up and to find the dungeon. And this is the 4-point game for Garden of Eden, for Bacon on the Hunter side. And since this is a 4-point game, this means we are now at...
We have a strong decoding lineup. We have 1 rescuer and 1 support, but look, we have the lawyer and the prisoner. Imagine if they were to connect these ciphers. And look at this boy. Wow. Okay, here we are. Let's not delay anything and get straight to the match already here at the Geisha house. Sniffing out his first survivor, and looks like the prisoner is at the 2nd floor, and let's hope for his sake that he doesn't get spotted first.
Fantastic job right here. As you said, if the prisoner is being the first spot, that's extremely good for what's late right here already, because that's the main decoder. And obviously, what a fantastic utilization of his ability. Getting that first hit on the prisoner, now concentrating and really sticking to that survivor. You want to concentrate on the prisoner. If you are able to bring down that survivor early game and bring on the chair, this is definitely putting a lot of pressure on the survivor side. And we also see the basement is right here. Fantastic utilization of these ghost spirits right here. And now is bringing down that survivor into the basement. Fantastic job from Slade, also banning the priestess. She's extremely good on this map in general, but also when it comes to rescuing from the basement. Now, survivors have a really tough time. They have to focus on decoding right here. They have to really concentrate, but they also want to get that prisoner out of the game. Not out of the game, but out of the dungeon, out of the basement, excuse me. At least before he hits, not halfway, but before he gets infected.
Well, this is definitely not the rescuer that I'm expecting to see at this time. Wow. Well, look at that. Look at the toy merchant gliding towards the chair and is able to pull off that rescue. Now they really need to get out of that basement, because if they do, then it'll be quite a bit of time before the Axe Boy will be able to cheer the prisoner in the basement again. I really was not expecting that. I was expecting the Gravekeeper to go for the rescue, so this is really interesting. But then again, the toy merchant is down, and Slade is already cheering the prisoner. Probably in the dungeon again, if not this chair right here by the tree. Okay, it's gonna be by the tree. We really need to make up for this decoding, because the prisoner is going back to the manor. Banri will be chaired, the toy merchant, so they have 1 Gravekeeper, not the best decoder, but do have a lawyer still, so they could still turn this around. We'll see about that.
Wow, really putting the pressure on these survivors, teleporting to the cipher machines. They still need 3 cipher machines to go, and they only have 2 survivors that are on the map right now decoding. We saw the Gravekeeper was getting ready to rescue, so we can expect Toy Merchant off the chair. But Lawyer being down, focusing on the Lawyer right here, putting that Lawyer on the chair. We can see Slade really playing aggressive, not sitting on the chair waiting for the survivors to, get back out of the game. No, with that early elimination of the prisoner, he is able to really pick up the pace as well. He doesn't necessarily have to wait on the survivors to get sent back to the manor. He can really... Oh, what a prediction right here. Gravekeeper is getting hit. Gravekeeper is getting out of the skill, and now he's a 1-hit down. Will he be able to actually get in time to the chair? Probably not. He's getting caught off by the skill of the X-Boy, now trying to buy more time for the team. But this already looks extremely good for Slade right here, bringing down that Gravekeeper with the Spirit, and we can see the Toy Merchant trying to depose that one Cypher Machine. The thing is right now, Toy Merchant will be chased because this is going to be a back and forth. There's no way that the survivors will rescue the lawyer. So now concentrating on the Toy Merchant is the... Oh, she tried to get into that. She tried to get into the tram. Concentrating on the Toy Merchant while the Gravekeeper will get up. And then when the Toy Merchant is down, concentrating on the Gravekeeper. It will be a back and forth. This is a setup for the 4 survival elimination right here. And there we can see Toy Merchant is going down. The attention will go back to the Gravekeeper.
Now this is a really interesting decision on the part of Slade here, and quite understandable because, yes, like you said, back and forth, you do want to secure that 4-man kill, and this is exactly what Slade is going for. Oh, was barely able to land that hit right there, but look at the follow-up right there. All of the survivors are down, and now it is a 4-man kill looking like it for the part of Slade, and yet another 5 points for GoE.
We have the Toy Merchant still being able to save here right here. We have the Gravekeeper who exhausted this ability, so therefore as soon as the Toy Merchant will go down again, I can only say that you were very right. We have the 4 survival elimination, the 5-point match on Slade's side. There's still a very slight option for the Toy Merchant right here to actually buy more time. But again, Gravekeeper can't get up. Now Toy Merchant can't get up either. This is a really good match for Slade right here. 3 Cypher Machines still remaining, putting so much pressure on the patient early in the game and then denying, not necessarily denying the rescue, but while the Toy Merchant was going in for the rescue, she was also taking the hits, going down, and that was just a fantastic start of this match for
with her teammates. Then again, we do have the Priestess and the Mercenary decoding here. Again, not the best decoders, but we shall see. And I'm really excited to see how their coordination will play out and if we're gonna see those supportive portals. So now here we are at the match with Nitty spawning at the last station, making her way towards the tunnel, not wasting time to find her first target. We do know that these butterflies, that if she places them correctly, she can quickly dash towards her target, which she does just about now, finding her first target here at the graveyard. But looks like she's not gonna be focusing on that for now and will instead look for a better target. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the Priestess or the Seer, if not the Psychologist and the Mercenary. Already here at the middle, coming from the corner house. Ooh, this is some good rotation that we're seeing right here because she hasn't seen a single target since she encircled the map the first time. But here is the Psychologist finally. Not the best target, I would say, especially if this is a skilled kiter who knows how to make use of this terrain and these obstacles and pallets. So let's see how this first kite is going to go. I can see that Nitty isn't really afraid of these pallets because she's just attacking through them and just going for it. But Websy's also doing a good job doing the containment here for now. Will she be able to extend? Oh my goodness! A nicely done tear shot. Beautiful work on the part of Nitty here. That was really fast, Grizzly. And look at this Cypher progress.
Wow, Websy is just predicting these butterflies. You have to point out how much of a prediction was coming in right here. Whenever Nitty was throwing a butterfly, Websy's was going into the opposite direction. Fantastic job right here. Very good early game kite, especially taking that hit. Gonna go and rescue. Just want to point out how strong the Psych... That owl was a millisecond too late. Now the owl is exhausted. The Psychologist will eventually go down and isn't even able to utilize her skill yet again because Tide Turner is kicking in. Very interesting start of this match. She will go down across the map. Will she be able to get healed up? No, teleportation is coming in. This might be extremely... Wow. Want to point out how amazed I am by the Psychologist's early game kite, but also how amazed I am by Nitty right now, really picking up the pace right here, knowing that, hey, we need to come through, we need to get these survivors out of here. Fantastic job. Psychologist has still her skill ready right here. She gets rescued and now her skill is activated, which means she will get healed. And now she is definitely going to be a more difficult target yet again because she can take 2 more hits before she actually goes down.
That's right. And here, oh, looks like she's able to take that hit just right there. And now it's just gonna take one more for her to finally go down and go back to the manor. So these survivors really need to make up for that lost decoding progress, because if the psychologist does fly back, then it's gonna put a lot of pressure on them, and it's gonna, ooh, there's that hit that we've been waiting for on the part of Nitty. Looks like Nitty is understanding the kind of pressure that the team is under at this point in the game. So now 2 ciphers remaining. Really good coordination on the part of the survivors here. It looks like they've still got it in terms of the decoding progress, because they are coordinating really well. The cipher is already done right here, which means that it looks like they are planning actually for the priestess to distract the geisha as best as she can, so that they can get these 2 ciphers going. Oh, wow. A nicely performed pallet stun right there. Not something you get to do every day in tournaments, which is something you should really be proud of. So now the chase continues. I think this is all going according to the plan of the survivors, because there's another pallet hit. And look at these ciphers already. Really good progress right here.
Fantastic job, and you can really see the team coordination. We saw Websies kiting Niddy, and you can really tell that they were learning from this hunt. That they saw, hey, Niddy is not necessarily respecting these pellets. She is immediately going through with the geisha, going through the pellets, trying to hit. And with that information, we just saw how the priestess was really utilizing that information and being like, okay, if she is just going through the pellets, I'm gonna stun her, and I'm gonna stun her again, and I'm gonna make up for all the time that we need. Oh, fantastic job right here. The cipher machine is popped right now. The last cipher machine is wow, sorry, this game is going on very, very fast, but at the end of the day, if we look at the stats that has to be achieved right here, Niddy needs to get all survivors out of the game, while Garden of Eden only needs to get 1 survivor through the gate. Another stun right here. Fantastic job. Oh, look at that, waiting on the dungeon. Will she actually be able to, oh, juke the hits and get on the dungeon? That is denied. It will most likely be a tie right here, but again, this is more than enough for Team Garden of Eden right here to secure the victory in round number 2 when it comes to the points. Wow, what an eventful match.